Monsieur le chancelier, grâce à sa vision et sa détermination, Alain Bouchard s'est distingué en tant qu'entrepreneur prospère et leader au sein de la collectivité. Dès son plus jeune âge, M. Bouchard a été inspiré par son père, un entrepreneur de Chicoutimi. Malgré les difficultés financières que connut l'entreprise paternelle, le jeune Alain avait la conviction qu'un jour, il allait fonder sa propre entreprise. En 1969, il a commencé à travailler dans un dépanneur Perrette de Québec, un établissement franchisé géré par son frère. C'est là qu'il a appris à comprendre les besoins des clients en observant ceux qu'il servait et qu'il a commencé à véritablement s'intéresser aux dépanneurs. Alors qu'il avait tout juste 19 ans, on lui a confié le poste de gérant par intérim d'un magasin Perrette local. Au fil des ans, il a assumé des responsabilités de plus en plus importantes. Il a notamment supervisé l'ouverture de 80 nouveaux magasins Perrette. En 1973, il s'est joint à Provisoire, une division de Provigo qui appartient aujourd'hui à Loblaws, et a ouvert 70 magasins partout au Québec. 3 ans plus tard, il était responsable de l'ensemble du réseau de franchises Provisoire. Monsieur Bouchard opened his first convenience store in 1980 and founded the companies that grew into Alimentation Couche-Tard. Through hard work, perseverance, and a clever approach to acquisitions, he has spent more than 40 years growing his one-shop operation into a 16,000 store retail empire that includes the Quebec brand Couche-Tard, as well as Circle K in Canada, the United States, and 23 other countries and regions worldwide. Monsieur Bouchard a été président et chef de la direction d'Alimentation Couche-Tard jusqu'en 2014, année où il s'est retiré pour devenir président exécutif de l'entreprise. Au fil des ans, il a siégé au conseil d'administration de plusieurs entreprises, notamment Québecor et Atrium Innovations. Il est actuellement administrateur au sein du conseil du groupe CGI, Inc. Monsieur Bouchard siège également au comité consultatif de l'école Ben Sadoun de commerce au détail de l'Université McGill. While Mr. Bouchard's entrepreneurial accomplishments are extraordinary, he also makes it a priority to give back to the community. A passionate philanthropist, he has been involved in an impressive number of fundraising campaigns and philanthropic activities. In 2012, he and his wife established the Sandra and Alain Bouchard Foundation, which supports various causes associated with people living with intellectual disabilities, as well as artistic and cultural projects. The Quebec chapter of the Association of Fundraising Professionals awarded the Outstanding Philanthropist of the Year to Mr. Bouchard and his wife, Sandra, in 2015. Mr. Bouchard was inducted into the Canadian Business Hall of Fame in 2017, and the same year was awarded the International Horatio Alger Award, which honors the achievements of Canadians who have succeeded in spite of adversity and who encourage young people to pursue their dreams through higher education. Mr. Bouchard is also an officier de l'Ordre national du Québec, the province's highest honor, and an officer of the Order of Canada. Monsieur le chancelier, je vous présente Alain Bouchard et vous invite à lui décerner un doctorat en droit honoris causa.
Alors, je demanderai à notre diplômé le plus récent à prendre la parole. Monsieur Bouchard, voulez-vous s'adresser à l'auditoire?
Merci, Madame Berger. Je suis très ému et très heureux d'être ici aujourd'hui. Chancellor Meighen, Principal and Vice Chancellor Fortier, Mr. Panda, Chair of the Board of Governors, proud families and guests, and most of all, members of the graduating class of 2019. Bonjour. I'm excited and humbled to receive this great honor here today. I was born in Chicoutimi, an all French-speaking town. You can hear it. Located about 450 kilometers from here, and grew up there in the 1960s with very few business opportunities there. Unlike most young adults, I wanted to have a job and make a good living. So I came to Montreal. As a young entrepreneur, I thought that in order to achieve my professional and personal goals, I just had to focus my energy and effort on these goals and that I would automatically attain them. Up until one day, I was invited to a cocktail. At this event, other guests would ask me what I did for a living. Told them that I was in the convenience store industry, the dépanneur as we call them here. Whoops, suddenly they were all looking elsewhere for someone else to talk to, someone in a more exciting industry or who had more influence for them to move up the corporate ladder. It was then when I realized that I needed to go above and beyond what I was already doing. I needed to push myself even harder and surround myself with people who would complement my skill set. I even went back to school at night for management classes. Today, the company I've founded is the largest Canadian company in terms of sales. We are in 25 countries, as Ms. Berger mentioned, and we have a market capitalization of over 48 billion, and I'm focused on the ROI. I like the ROL though, and respect too. We have 130,000 employees. It makes me smile when I look back at these moments and feel proud of what I've accomplished. We have accomplished, I should say, building one of the largest convenience store networks in the world. That includes those original Perrette and Provisoire stores I helped build in the beginning of my career. Actually, I'm quite happy when I rethink of that. I only had 2 bosses in my life, and I bought them both, so that's quite satisfying. The reason why I'm sharing this story with you is because I sincerely believe in the next generation, believe in you. I love to learn from you and observe how you act, how you think, how you create, and how you want and will change the world. Don't ever let anybody steal your dreams. I've dreamed a lot. Dream. You and the generations before you have always been an inspiration to me. You are the future. You are the ones who will take this world to a new frontier, one that past generation can only imagine. Technologies are here and are becoming more and more available for us all. What you will do with it is all in your hands, in your head, in your imagination. It will be a limitless source of possibilities. I was in Chicago a month ago. We were doing speed dating with startup. No woman involved. And it was about searching for what we call a frictionless solution for our stores, meaning we want you, the millennials, to come in our stores and be more loyal. You are disloyal to retailers, so we want to make sure that you would come back. So with these solution frictionless, it was so exciting. All young people that are leading these startup and new companies. My message today will probably not change your life or even your week, but I'm pretty sure that if you are interested and you remember these principles, you might have a chance at building a better life for yourself, your family, and the society we live in. For me, to be an entrepreneur is the most exciting life you can dream of. Imagine you are inventing your life every day. Everything starts with you. Life's too short to go to work every day if you do not like or enjoy what you are doing. You have to change the direction of your life if this happens. You owe it to yourself to give it a try. I've been sharing just simple concept with my people forever, and it works. Some left the company, went to do something else. Today they work with us, but with their own company. First lesson I've learned, which in my opinion is the most important, is about people. If you develop good and strong people skills and surround yourself with people better than you at something, not easy to do, you have a recipe to win. This is easy to say, but finding the right mix of people is important to your success as an entrepreneur or a leader. You need to treat people the same way that you want to be treated, and you win. You need to trust your people. You need to let them make mistakes, and when you support them, you win. And last but not least, the most important lesson of all, do not let your ego drive your life or your decisions. As a matter of fact, and from my experience, ego-driven managers fail 90% of the time. It is also crucial that you auto-evaluate yourself continuously to see where you are strong and where you are weak. We all have our weakness. In order to better surround yourself with qualified people to help you on your journey to success. In conclusion, you have a lot of years in front of you to adjust to new situations, new technologies, new challenges. You should not hesitate to make mistakes. Try and try again. This is how you learn and create better path to your goals. You have to dream big in order to become big. I hope these few words and thoughts that I share with you will help you in the next chapter of your life you are about to start. Thank you.